Welcome back, Hearthstoners, to another exciting episode of Jester versus Season 6. We're playing Grommash Meta Control, as you know. We're queuing up for a fight. This is mid-rank in the season. We're going to be plowing through to Legend, and hopefully I'll be able to take you all the way there. You can find the deck on hearthpwn.com under Grommash Meta Control. It's a warrior build. It's a warrior control build that uses a lot of synergies at the beginning. Aha! We are playing against Thrall, which happens to be Warrior's worst matchup, Warrior Control's worst matchup. We are well equipped to handle it with Geddon and Brawl. And because you got to take out minions, I'm going to keep a Death's Bite along with my Fiery War Axe. Because keeping control of the Shaman board is probably the most difficult of all of the heroes that you can face. So that Death's Bite might come in handy. We're going to start off by coining out the Ghoul. Board presence is still necessary. The Ghoul might not be very important to me at any point throughout this game, but having board presence is important. Oh, Rockbiter. Okay, so at least the Ghoul baited a spell out of his hand that could have caused mid-game crisis for me. We'll armor up and pass the turn. I'd consider that unstable Ghoul well spent. Shaman doesn't really have many minions that are 1 health. And they do have that stupid totem right there that would heal them past Ghoul after the Ghoul hits. We'll take out that minion with an axe, pass the turn. So getting the Ghoul out there was actually a very good idea. Again, the 1 damage whirlwinds don't really matter so much against Shaman. Let's see here. We'll take out the Undertaker. We'll drop our Taskmaster to clear his board. We're going to try to clear his board as often as possible until the end game. Shaman are very, very, very difficult to keep under your thumb. And usually right after you brawl, they spill a bunch of minions again. The totem. Luckily, I'll be drawing into my Death's Bite and slamming that totem, getting rid of it for no damage to myself. So let's go ahead and drop the axe. Kill the totem. And unfortunately, we cannot clear his board this time. We did draw Geddon, though, and Geddon's very, very good. You just have to time it right so that you get the most value out of it. Sludge Belcher, the last shot from Death's Bite, can take care of that. But that Whirlwind effect is going to be very helpful to me in drawing into my Brawl. So let's go ahead and drop a pair of Acolytes. We'll kill the Belcher. The Whirlwind effect will let me draw 2 cards off of my Acolytes. Shield block, good. And a Taskmaster, okay. Now I got to start being careful. I don't want to draw too deep into my deck, just deep enough to get that Brawl, just in case it does go to fatigue. Okay. Looking at an Azure Drake. Earthshock, excellent. Shaman only have 4 removal spells that you really need to worry about as Control Warrior. Earthshock's one of them, and the other is Hex. They run 2 of both. So now he's down to 2 Hex and 1 Earthshock, and you're going to want to keep your mental count on that when it comes time to start playing your Legends. Let's get rid of that Drake. We're going to spend an Execute on it because it is damage, and we don't want to be taking much damage. We'll draw a card. Rag, it's not. Brawl. Oh well. Armor up. Pass the turn. Let him heal his stupid slime. Fire Elemental. That's okay. He chooses not to let his slime heal. Instead, he wants to take out the Acolyte early. I'd say that was a bad move. It's probably a mistake. He's starting to get his minion count up. The Black Knight, he'll come in handy later. Some of you might think Geddon's the right play here. I do too. Because after it clears those two minions on the side, the two totems, he's probably going to slam that fire elemental into Geddon and trade it. So Geddon just became a complete board clear. Yeah. There's Loatheb. We have plenty of card advantage. And again, we really want to keep this Shaman board completely empty. So while you might think it was a waste to drop Geddon just to clear the board, you're really underestimating what a Shaman's capable of doing with his 5 mana overrun. Wysara. Okay, we got Laughing Sister. It's not Wysara Awakens, which is what I was hoping for. Another board clear would have been very nice, but we did bait out that extra hex. So now he's down to 1 Earthshock and 1 hex remaining in the deck. He uses the Argus on Loatheb, which helps us out because it makes our Black Knight that much more powerful. So let's go ahead and play that. We'll get massive value out of the Black Knight at this point. And we'll play the Sister because it's a really strong value minion. And I'm betting that he's going to try to Lightning Storm. There's the Thalnos, yeah. Here comes a storm. Let's hope one of them survives. Nope. No such luck. Obviously the RNG does not favor me. Okay, we don't have Geddon anymore. We could use Brawl. Look what we draw. Alright, so this is an obvious Brawl. No matter who's left over, we got massive value out of that card. Of course he's left with Thalnos. Little punk. We'll drop a Belcher. He's probably going to try to Lightning Bolt it. Totem. Another spell power. Yep, and there's the Lightning Bolt. He's getting lucky. He's getting very, very lucky. And a Defender. Well, that sucks. Thalnos only has 1 health. So I'm going to prioritize that spell power totem over Thalnos. Especially since that Armor Smith can take out Thalnos. So let's kill the totem. We'll trigger Grommash. And he's got to answer it, whether it be Hex, Earthshock, what have you. Another spell power. Man. And he Lightning Storms again. But he's out of cards, and we have 5 in hand, and they're all threats. So now we know he doesn't have a Hex, he doesn't have an Earthshock, and anything we play could very well be a problem for him. So we're going to start off with Rag, and hope it takes out one of his minions. Because again, we're still trying to keep the board clear. And it goes to his face, obviously, because, you know, I can't buy luck. I have to rely on my good looks to win games. There's the Undertaker. There's a beef up for the Undertaker. I'm doing a really terrible job at this point of keeping his board clear. And execute does us no good. All right. Well, we're gonna have to get an answer. Let's draw a card from our shield block. Oh, Slam. Do we want to spend it? I think we do. especially since he doesn't have any cards in hands. He's going to have to draw a threat that would require that slam in order for that to have been a bad move. Still trying to take control of his board. See, at this point, he is the beatdown. Because I have massive control. He has no choice but to play beatdown. And if he doesn't, if he tries to play control, he's going to, and he's trying to play control. Here he goes, trying to take out Lotheb, trying to control the game, and he's not control at this point. He's the beatdown. There goes the second Earth Shock. Okay. Yeah, that was just bad play on his part. He should have come to the dome, not fretted the 5 damage, and used his minion count as a sponge for Rag. But he didn't. And now it's too late. Now he has to try to YOLO all out. There's a fire elemental. Another totem. Yeah, he's coming to my dome because he really has no choice. He's hoping for the bloodlust. Let's get rid of that elemental. We're going to drop the Belcher just in case the bloodlust does show its ugly head. Take out the Taunter, let Rag clear the board, or go to the face. And of course it goes to the face. And this is his last turn to survive. What does he do? Can he do anything? No. He can concede. Thank you for watching. This has been Jester vs. Shaman, the worst matchup available for Warrior Control.